Hello, my name is Dong-Chan Lee. I'm the creator of this crazy program. The academically, education-wise, I'm originally studied math and physics. For this video, I'm not talking about math and physics. I'm talking about making everybody speak Korean first. I speak more than 12 languages, so you can call it perhaps hyperglot. I almost never need to study languages when I need to speak another language with a super short time, not just a short time, super short time, probably far faster than everybody you have even heard about. For me, languages seem to be quite natural, so I can speak very fast. For the languages, usually the Western European languages, it doesn't matter if the Italian or German or French, whatever this type of Western European popular languages, and basically 5 to 10 hours study, most likely I'll be able to study speak a survival level, meaning I can go to any of these countries without anybody's help. I can survive without much problem. So this is my definition of survival level. At least about 1.2 years ago, I guess, 1.3 years ago, I did one experiment of force myself to learn 10 languages simultaneously to speak in 10 days, during the 10 days to speak these 10 different languages from 5 different regions. I tried to do this crazy thing. I managed to speak 9 of them. A few of them I had a very bad pronunciation, unfortunately, but most of them seemed to be fine. And only one language I couldn't speak during the 10-day experiment, Arabic. Arabic eventually, I studied about 8 to 10 hours per day during this crazy experiment. And after, I guess, so I total about 100 hours total to speak 9 languages. Arabic is the only language I couldn't speak during this experiment. So the Arabic, later on, by the end of this one, I committed Arabic the most. I spent like 20 hours. Still, I couldn't speak Arabic at least 10, 15 minutes. I could speak only 3, 4, 5 minutes. For me, that doesn't count as speaking another language. So eventually, I studied another 10 hours. It took like 30, 40 hours to speak Arabic. But if it's a usual, typical Western European language, at 5, 10 hours, I literally can speak. At worst, it's not perhaps 12, 13 hours, but 5 to 10 hours, basically. And although it was a 10 language I studied, but there were about 3, 4 of them of the group of the most difficult languages of the entire world. So in the difficulty scale of the Western European language, although it was 10 languages I was studying, basically equivalent to speaking 25 to 30 Western European languages in 10 days. Obviously, it's a little bit crazy. Yeah? So I doubted myself until I actually did it. So based on that confidence, my confidence soared. So basically, I have a confidence of, at least for the language or whatever. Yeah, language is a language. It's all pretty much the same, different, here and there difference. But again, I'm not a linguist. I'm not an expert. But for this video, this is basically some short introduction. This one is but you'll be skeptical. So okay, the Korean languages with the Korean wave, this explosion of popularity all over the world. In London, in Paris, over the past 1-2 years, explosion of popularity of Korean restaurant. All of the the explosion is intensifying and accelerating. So along with that, the popularity of learning Korean languages is usually about 5 times more difficult to speak for the English speaker, for instance, English and Spanish speaker, to learn to the French or German compared to this kind of Western European languages. You have to study about 5 times more. Meaning you are not, most likely you are not going to be able to speak basic survival level Koreans within the next 10 years. Probably every 10, 20, 30 years, except those who can commit like 7, 10 hours every day. If you study like the half a year, 1 year at least, you can speak survival level basic Korean. But except those very serious ones, if you just like a hobby you pick up here and there, it'll take forever. So for those who want to speak a little bit Korean fast, I basically, instead of kill your time 1, 2, 3 decades, I can make it happen 1, 2, 3 semester instead of 1, 2, 3 decades. You have to remember that, not 10 to 30 years, 1, 2, 3 semesters. But each of these kind of courses usually I'm a beginner. I'm jumping into the language business basically almost for the first time. I'm not a linguist. I'm just super fast to learn to speak another languages. I know what it works, what doesn't work, and I can help you to accelerate your acquisition of speaking at least some Korean. So my first round, instead of 1 to 3 semester, I'm trying to start probably this November, end of November, probably in Spanish version first, and then the December. If at least 50 people want to register joining it to start with the first, I can start in December for the English. For the first round, instead of jumping into the 1 to 3 semester, and I just give it the appetizer course. I call it appetizer course for the three months. Basically, trimester of 3 months, I can make you speak at least first a few minutes of Korean for the first time in your life with a minimum study, not too much study. So if you want to speak, again, if you want compared to the speaking French and German, in 3 months, can you speak a few minutes of this one? Yeah, if you are very lucky and if you study very hard. But with the minimum study, it will be usually best majority cannot do it. I can make it happen in Korean, although it's much more difficult than German and French, these kind of languages for the English speaker. I can make you speak a few minutes of Korean, let's say practically, but during the first 3 months. So joining in, if you're interested, make a comment and send me messages. If you form a group of 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, 100, whatever, the more people joining up, there'll be big discount, huge discount. Exact number, I'm still debating, but you can talk with, especially many of you will be students from the high school or middle school, junior high school, etc., university. Especially if you are a student, it'll be easy to form 10, 20, 40 students together to form class. You shouldn't be difficult. So form that and let me know, update me. So basically that's my point. So speak Korean fast, SKF, speak Korean fast, 3 months, I call it appetizer version, and let me know. Thank you very much. Namaste and have a great day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Adios. Hasta la vista. 안녕히 가세요.